In this video, I'll be going over my June 2023 income report for Amazon KDP. Let's start with my ads because I actually ran ads for the entire month of June. And if you've been following my channel for a while, then you probably know that I don't really run ads. I focus a lot on organic sales, but I've really been wanting to scale my business lately a lot quicker. So I decided to give ads a try. So let's do a brief overview of my Amazon ads for June. So I spent $22.90. I had over 36,000 impressions. I made $220.20 in sales. But please remember that this is not like my profit. That is the total amount of sales. So the actual cut that Amazon takes or any sort of fees like that aren't taken out of this total. And an ACoS average of 10.40%, which definitely should put me in a profit for the month. So I ran two different ad campaigns. I ran one sketchbook, which I did shut off for a few days, but then I turned it back on after talking to another KDPer. And then I also ran scrapbook paper, which has 80 books in it, where the sketchbook only has the one. And I did a budget of $1 a day for both of them, except for the scrapbook paper. After talking to another KDPer, I actually upped it to $2 a day. So for total clicks, I had 269 between both of them. And let me just scroll back over so you can see the budget each day. There we go. My CTR is below 1%. I had 20 orders with the scrapbook paper. Average cost per click of 15 cents for the sketchbook and 8 cents for the scrapbook paper. And let's see, ACoS for the scrapbook paper alone is 10.27%. So I'm overall really happy with this because I feel that's a pretty good ACoS, but I'm still a beginner when it comes to Amazon ads. So I don't really know a lot and I'm still learning, but I just want to be transparent about that. And I am really excited to continue learning ads. I think I'm going to continue them throughout July as long as my ACoS remains low and kind of see how it goes. I don't know my exact profits for my ads. I haven't actually done the math or gone through it, but I'm advertising on Amazon.com. So just to give you another idea about that, should just be the US market, I think. So moving on to my actual orders, I don't want to focus too much on ads. So I don't really know a lot of what I'm talking about, but hopefully that's helpful. For June, I sold 138 units with Amazon KDP. And I'm still getting new to having my video in the corner here. So I'm sorry if I forget that I'm still on down here. But I'm working on remembering about that. So let's see, if I do compare books, let me see if it will load. I was having trouble earlier with KDP. Here we go. 75. So my top 10 books took up 75 of my orders, which I think is great because that's about half. It's a little more than half actually of my total units ordered for the month. And I think that's really good because I definitely want to have my income diversified. I want to have more of my sales coming from not just one book. I want to have multiple books making the money because you just never know what happens. One book might not sell as much throughout the month, and if all my royalties come from that one book, then that wouldn't be good. So I sold a total of 43 different books for June, and I am happy about that. It looks like I have 268 total books in my actual dashboard. So I'm going to do math real quick on my phone. 268 minus, or actually, no, let's do 43 divided by 268. So 16% about of my books sold, which I think is higher than normal. I think the goal is normally 10% of your books sell. So pretty happy with that. Looking at my chart here, my highest units ordered day, it looks like I had two of them, was 9 units ordered in one day, and I'm pretty happy with that as well. I did have some days where I only sold one. It's like there's 2 days, and then there were 2 days that only sold 2, and that's okay. My orders seem to kind of fluctuate quite a bit. And going over my top 10, actually 9 of those are all scrapbook paper, and one of them is a coupon book, and my 11th book is a sketchbook, which is the one I'm running an ad campaign on. So just to give you an idea there, and I'll show you my quarter 2 orders right now. I'm not going to go that far into detail about this for this video, but I just want to show you how my business has been kind of progressing a bit. So this is a lower month for me. I have been trending upwards for quite a bit, and now I'm actually down a little. but it's okay because it seems to have been a low month for everyone. And like I said, I've been having issues with this not loading for a little bit, so I may not be able to show the bar chart. At the line chart, I have been trending upwards for units ordered, and it's not loading completely. So that's also a little bit of a problem there, but it's fine. So this month was down. You can see the little dip right here, and we'll just probably move on because if not, this may just continue to lag. So let's go to my royalties, and here we go. So I made $382.66 in royalties for June. Really happy about that. If I go to the campaigns, I spent, I think it was $22 or something like that. $24 maybe. I don't want to go back because I feel like it might lag again. So this isn't all profit. And then I pay for Canva every month, which I think is like $12.99 or something like that. So I probably profited around $350 or so for the month, which is perfectly fine. That's going to pay for my car payment, and it's going to pay for some of my gas and some of my extra bills, and I can't really complain about that. So looking at my actual royalties for each day, and again, it may freeze, so I may not be able to do the bar chart. Oh, there we go. The most I made in a day was around $25, and there were 2 days, this one right here in the middle, and then earlier in the month where I made in the $25 range, and that was really awesome. And then I had some days where it was lower, where I only sold 1 or 2 books, and I think I had some less than $5 days. So that wasn't as much fun, but it's okay. And then looking at my top 10, I'm not sure if it's going to let me compare the books. But my top 10 are all scrapbook paper. My coupon book is actually at a lower royalty amount than most. So that's why it's not in the top 10 here, although it was before. And I made $199.73 with my top 10. So overall, that is majority of my income. That's almost $200, and I made about $362. But I'm still pretty happy with that because it's just a little more than half. It's not like dominating all of it. So moving on to my actual Q2 royalties. Let's see if maybe this will load better. $1,000 so far for the year. So this is not just Q2. And the orders I also showed for the year. And looking at the bar chart, if this will actually load, I just find it easier to visually see the difference with the bar chart. There we go. So I've been trending upwards since January, which has been awesome. And then this month I did dip down a little bit, but again, I'm not concerned about it. Like, I'm not really worried. I don't know if ads are a reason for that. Ads should, if anything, benefit and give me more orders. And I had 20 orders with ads for June. But it's hard to tell because a lot of my books are in very small niches, and they actually are already at the top of the page. So if I have an ad on that page and they're at the top again, then I'm not really sure if the ad helped in that way or not. So it really depends on all of the different details, and I don't really have a way to tell that right now. But I think the month has been slow for multiple people. At least that's what I've been hearing. So I'm fine with it dipping back down a little bit. It wasn't anything drastic. And I'm really hoping July will start to pick up some more. But I'm overall really happy with this. And a majority of all my sales are all scrapbook paper, if I didn't say that already. I had 43 total books that sold. 3 of those were not scrapbook paper, so 40 were all scrapbook paper that sold. And I have, I think, 87 right now, possibly. I'd have to double check scrapbook paper that are live and published. So almost half of them sold at least once throughout the month, which is really cool. And the 3 books that were not scrapbook paper, one is a planner that's not published anymore. It's actually unpublished on Amazon, but I guess if they already have printed copies, they keep it up there for sale until they sell. So it's kind of cool that they do that. I didn't realize they did print extra copies sometimes, but it'll say something like 1 left or 2 left because it's unpublished, so they will not be making any more. And then the coupon book, and then the sketchbook. And then the rest were all craft paper pads, scrapbook paper. So I really hope this video was helpful, and I hope it inspires you. And I'd love to know how your June went with Amazon KDP. I'm still learning, still figuring everything out. So I'm just happy to be sharing my journey with everyone, and I really appreciate you watching and listening to this whole video, and I hope that you have a great day.